Hello everybody, this is JVB from the Post Game Report podcast and talkingaboutgames.com. I want to thank everyone for viewing my videos, subscribing. Lately I have gotten more subscribers and comments. I truly appreciate it. It seems like people enjoy the Surface content that I put up. And of course I still have the Surface RT and the Surface 2. So expect more content in regards to those tablets. I also have the Vita, so I'm not going away with Vita content as well. And I'm trying something new here, as you can see, where with the PlayStation 4 you have the ability to upload a video to your Facebook. And through some research online, I was able to discover a website that would allow me to download those videos and do whatever I want with them. So through iMovie I was able to do some audio commentary as well. I'm not going to say the website because I don't know if it's against any regulations that YouTube might hit me up with if I do so. So to play it safe, all I would say is do a little bit of research. It's not hard to find, and it's not hard to do either, quite frankly. Before I get to Killzone Shadowfall, I do want to comment on I do want to give a little insight in some of the reviews that I've received in YouTube for my videos, various videos, and a lot of them seem to say that I sound like either President Obama, Morgan Freeman, or Christopher Walken. I find it hilarious. I honestly, in real life, have never heard anyone accuse me of sounding like those three individuals. I'm a huge Christopher Walken fan and Morgan Freeman fan. I'm not going to get into politics, so I'm not going to call myself an Obama fan. I don't hate him or anything like that, so I'm just going to leave that at that. But I've never been accused of sounding like any one of those individuals, so I find it quite amusing because some of the comments are pretty funny. And once again, I truly thank people for taking the time out to leave me some feedback, because time is valuable. And whenever you either leave me a thumbs down, a thumbs up, subscribe, or unsubscribe, you're still taking some time out of your day to do so, and I appreciate that, because I was the cause of that time being used. So anyway, here I have Killzone Shadowfall for the PlayStation 4. It's a PlayStation 4 exclusive. As you can see, the game is beautiful. This is an online multiplayer match that I played. My team actually won. I have issues. I'm not going to do a full review, by the way. I have issues with the first person, with the single player portion of this particular game, because the pacing's all wrong. It seems like something will happen, you go into a cutscene, all of a sudden it just abruptly cut to the next scene you have to do, and you're like, what the hell? So I feel the pacing is off. The visuals look astonishing in the single player, and yet I feel like it could have looked better, believe it or not. And obviously there's a launch title, so there are a few things going against it. Time constraints is one of them, and because of the launch title, having to learn the hardware in the early stages of its life cycle. So I could only imagine what Guerrilla would do if they had 2 years with the 2 extra years with the PlayStation 4 architecture, maybe some new SDK software, maybe touching up the engine for Killzone. I mean, who knows? Quite frankly, I would love to see another Killzone iteration. I'm hearing that Guerrilla wants to focus on something different, and based on what they've done with the Killzone franchise, I'm definitely looking forward to that, because they've become a studio that I quite frankly can trust. Once again, I really don't I rank the single player portion of Killzone Shadowfall from a story and pacing perspective as the weakest of the three. The three being Killzone 2, Killzone 3, and Shadowfall. I did enjoy Killzone 1. It wasn't the best, so maybe I ranked that as number 4. But we're talking about different hardware, a different time in Guerrilla's legacy. But I will say, in regards to Killzone Shadowfall multiplayer, out of the 3 big ones that are currently out, that being Battlefield 4 and Call of Duty Ghost, I find that Killzone Shadowfall is the best out of the 3. And some people might disagree with that. But when you think of all the trouble that EA has had with Battlefield 4 and the servers, and Call of Duty Ghost just didn't live up to the hype that previous Call of Duties, I mean, believe it or not, saying that something didn't... I'm not a huge Call of Duty fan, and I'm not going to bash it either, because I find it to be a Twitch shooter where Halo and Killzone, they're more methodical, they're not as fast and twitchy. One thing about Killzone Shadowfall, and pretty much from 2 on to, from Killzone 2, Killzone 3, Killzone Mercenary, it requires a different skill set to play these games and to have fun and to be dominant. You don't have aim assist. It requires you to play as a team. Even though a lot of us weren't even chatting in this particular game, we understood that we needed to protect certain areas of the map. We did all we could to do that. And if I saw that there weren't enough spawn beacons, I went ahead and I picked the support class and I placed them at various points in the map that I figured would help out. And lo and behold, I came in first place here. And as you can witness by viewing the video, I wasn't necessarily killing it, or, you know, no pun intended. I wasn't the top scorer in kills, but I did all the other little things to help my team win. And that's what I like in a shooter. There's Titanfall coming out on the Xbox One. I played the alpha, I played the beta, and it's in that class of that fast, twitchy shooter. Not that that is not going to be enjoyable, but it's a different beast, and one that shouldn't be compared to when it comes to Killzone and Titanfall, because different scales of games, different focuses, and of course you can totally see by looking at this video that Killzone focuses more on the intimacy of multiplayer matches, of playing online, where everybody's not necessarily on top of each other, but it's not going to be hard to find somebody, and it is 12 on 12. So as you can see, there's a lot of mayhem going on. And Titanfall is going to be a cool game. I'm not one to fall for hype, so based on what I played, I can honestly say it's a fun game, and you know, that's pretty much what you want to hear for a game, number one. So me saying that it's going to be extremely fun, there's nothing wrong. I'm not bashing Titanfall. As you can witness, I just got blown up by a grenade. Certain things are going to come out for Killzone Shadowfall. We're going to get some new maps coming up. We're going to get cooperative play. It's one of the only games I got the season pass for. That's how much I enjoy the franchise. So I know that I'm going to play this game for quite some time, just as I did with Killzone 2 and Killzone 3. I don't usually pay for season passes, but there are some exceptions. For example, Killzone and The Walking Dead. I'm also thinking of buying the Wolf Among Us season pass. Currently is on sale. There's a huge sale going on the PlayStation Network. I'm thinking of getting Dragon's Crown, which is under $18 if you're a PlayStation Plus subscriber. It's $18 for the PlayStation 3 version, and then there's a separate cost for the PlayStation Vita. I'm thinking of getting it for the PlayStation Vita, which is, you know, $17.99 or whatever. From what I hear, it's a very good game. Extremely fun, extremely good looking. So I just might get it for the PlayStation Vita because I live in New York and I play, you know, most of my gaming time with the PlayStation Vita is on the subway. So I just might do that. They also have Ni no Kuni, and I believe it's like $8. And I played the demo. The game is beautiful. The game provides a lot of longevity, but it's just not my type of game, especially because I have the PlayStation 4 now. I have Outlast. I have about 7 free games because I'm a PlayStation Plus subscriber. Infamous Second Son is coming out next month, and I'm definitely looking forward to Metal Gear, the Metal Gear game, Ground Zero. I'm going to get that for the PlayStation 4 as well. So there's a lot to play, and if I'm going to go and get a game like Dragon's Crown, since it's available on the PlayStation Vita as well, I'll get it for the PlayStation Vita. I am going to finish Beyond Two Souls on the PlayStation 3, and what's the other game that came out for free? Oh crap, I'm like having a brain freeze, so I apologize about that. Metro Last Light or something like that, which was on which is free on the PlayStation if you're a PlayStation subscriber. So it's Metro Last Light, excuse me, God. But anyway, the ending of this video is coming up, so I'm gonna let I'm gonna shut up here and let the final minutes of this game play out with full sound, so you can enjoy its beauty. And I thank everyone for taking the time to listen, and make sure you subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and check out my podcast, Post Game Report, which I do weekly, and my website, Talking About Games. Until next time, folks, I'm JVB. Have fun doing whatever the hell you're doing.
Revive droids on the way.